Hello all, this is RG. I am here today to bring you a digital short, in this case a cooking episode. I'm going to show you how I do my what I call French carrots, or carottes françaises à la RG. So let's gather our ingredients and let's get started. First, you're going to need carrots. I'm going to do 3 carrots. That should be enough. The next thing you need is a pan, a saucepan specifically, something that's between 1 and 2 quarts. In this case, this is a 1.5 quart pan. Here with the Alton Brown cam, the next thing we need are some seasonings, specifically salt, pepper. For the pepper, it would be preferable to have fresh ground. If you don't have fresh ground, the pre-ground will work just fine. Another thing you need is butter. Specifically, I'm using this butter spread, which is part butter and part canola oil. I had to buy this one because it was a little bit cheaper, because the one I prefer is not on sale, which is the Challenge butter. The next ingredient you're going to need is some sugar. You're not going to need much, but it will add a little bit of sweetness to the already sweet carrots. And finally, what you're going to need is some water. I'd say about 1/2 cup ought to do. But it's really going to depend on how many carrots you have.
For my French carrots, I like peeling them. How do you like my old style peeler? It works pretty well when you know how to use it right. If you don't use it very well, if you don't know how to use it it can be a frustrating pain, as I'm sure many kids growing up who had to peel potatoes and carrots very well can relate to.
Carrot peeling time.
For this particular peeler, I like to hold on to this little center deal because it swivels, but if I hold on to it, I can have a firm grasp on the peeling, but also make sure that the blades are sharp.
The next thing to do is to wash off the carrots. And so the next thing to do is to get all your ingredients together. Here are our carrots all cut into nice little coins. Next thing to do is to add a little bit of butter, probably the equivalent of a tablespoon or less, or two, depending on how much you like butter. Some pepper to taste. I like about that much. Some salt. You need a little bit of salt to give it some flavor. And then finally, some sugar, which I don't need much. The carrots are pretty sweet, so I'm going to do about maybe a tablespoon or less. And then finally, some water. I think half a cup ought to do it. That looks about right. You could get away with less, but I don't want to risk burning them. The water will eventually evaporate off and create sort of like a glaze. Some people, instead of sugar, will use honey.
Next thing to do is to get it cooking. We do that by simply turning it on. Wrong one. First we turn it on high to get the water boiling. Once the water's boiling, then we turn it down to medium-low, somewhere in that range.
So once it's boiling like this, give it a good stir to mix up all the seasonings and the butter. Cover it, and then turn it down to low, medium, low. All right, and here we are done. I'm going to take it off the heat, turn off the heat, and then here we go. Steam, steam, steam. You see the water's reduced down some, but it's not entirely dry, which is what you want. And the carrots look sufficiently soft. Well, here we go. Here are the carrots done. Very simple, very easy. Make an excellent side dish for any meal you want. Boy, they're really good. Well, I thank you for watching. I thank you for coming along with me.
I'll have more cooking episodes sometime in the future.
Man, these are really good. Even from a kid, I liked carrots. I used to eat the canned carrots, of course, because that's what they would serve at the schools. But these fresh carrots are much better. They're very tasty.